Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Dark 30. Well, I want to ask y'all a question. Who discovered the Americas? And there's a lot of debate going on about that. Christopher Columbus's statues are being torn down and everything, Black people are saying that black people discovered it because they were slaves and brought here. There was Vikings that got there and said that they're the ones that found it first. Well, descendants of Vikings, that is. So let's get here and think about it. Who discovered America? Was it Christopher Columbus? Nope. Everybody thinks so. You got a day that gets there and celebrates old Chris is coming over here and saying, yep, found it. And then there's the descendants of Vikings saying that we went up there and my ancestors went across the Great Lakes and come down around there, and there's all sorts of stuff laying around showing that we were here first. Sorry, wasn't them either. So who was it that discovered America? In recorded time, there's no record of anyone discovering America. None. Why? Well, guess what? The Vikings came over here and heck, I don't know about what time, but they came over and looked and said, all people's here is these Indian folk, and they ain't got nothing we need, nothing worth stealing, not even worth raping, pillaging, and plundering. So they turned around and after laying out a few rocks here and there, carried their asses back over there to start whooping ass through Europe. Christopher Columbus come over here. He came to the islands first, and there were folks there that said, hi ye. Yeah, he got there and said, heck with it, came on over to what's now Florida. And lo and behold, people of the Indian tribes was right there to meet him. How ye? I guess now that you're here, you're going to get there and screw us over and send us to reservations and fuck us for the rest of our lives. So if you guessed, the Native American Indian tribes are the discoverers of America. Of all the Americas, for that matter. The Aztecs, the Incas, and the Mayans, and Central and South America, they've come all the way up into North America, long before old Chris and the Vikings come along. The Indian tribe's been around forever. So if you're going to get here and put up any kind of statues, monuments, or write history that it's the American Indian tribes that are the rightful discoverers of America. No one else. Old Chris come over here and said, I'll just get here and say I found it. And go back there and tell that queen, hi. Guess what I found? I found a whole bunch of people that will let us run all over top of them. It took them a while, but they did. All them crazy Europeans come over here. Yep, my ancestors. My ancestors come from the Vikings, Norman Vikings. They got there and went down and raped, pillaged, and plundered through old Christopher Columbus's property back in the day. But write history the way it's supposed to be, by facts. The Native Americans have been and always will be the true discoverers of America. God put them here. Ain't no changing that one happen. So tear down Christopher Columbus's statue. African Americans, sorry, it wasn't y'all either. Give credit where credit is due. And for God's sake, do something with these nasty reservations that you stuck the Native Americans on. That is pathetic, the way you're treating them. One thing, you don't hear them raising hell about it, but the Native Americans are the ones who have been oppressed, enslaved. You know, who's the father of the concentration camps? It wasn't Hitler. William Tecumseh Sherman come up with the idea of reservations to stick everybody on of the Native American tribes. Nothing more than concentration camps. Him and his folks got his shoulders, murdered tens of thousands of Native Americans. Tear down that piece of shit statues in D.C. and in New York City. If you want to tear down something, damn war criminal is all he is. All thing he knew was order his men to murder, rape, pillage, and plunder. And they did it. You all have a good night. And next time you see the Native Americans and the Indian tribes of America, shake their hands, whatever you want to do, but treat them with the respect that they deserve. Thank you. Good night.